ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the EHRPG Podcast. It's episode I don't know because Chewy doesn't upload them as much as he should. I'm Guru. He's Chewy. Chewy, as I start every week, how you doing?
Is it 15 now? 16? I am fine. How are you today?
My addiction to Monster Hunter Rise is crippling.
That sounds like a you problem.
I know, but no, Monster Hunter Rise actually came out just a couple weeks ago, and it's a banger of a game.
It's fun. It's fun.
Yeah, no, I like how it's probably the most beautiful game on the Switch, in my opinion.
I mean, yeah. Opinionated.
Oh, there's an update coming in April. There's a new monster, Apex Rathalos, and more monsters.
Oh, free update?
Yeah, free update. That's what Monster Hunter does. They do free updates.
Sorry,
They did that with World, with everything outside of Iceborne, since Iceborne was its own expansion.
Sorry, there's a new monster, and then...
There's new monsters. There's an Apex coming up, Rathalos.
Lovely.
But, yeah, that's what Monster Hunter's been doing. With World, they would drop free updates every couple months. And Iceborne, of course, was its own expansion.
Because it was a big thing.
Yeah. Well, yeah, no, I'm enjoying Rise a lot. I think it's probably the best looking game on the Switch. I mean, it has the same style as World on the Switch, and it looks great.
It's just smaller.
Yeah. But yeah, no, other than that, things have been good. I woke up this morning to people knocking on the door. My building I live in is getting its windows replaced.
Oh.
We weren't told about it. Yeah. So that was fun.
Oh, okay. Fun.
But yeah, no, so other than that, it's the usual start to a season. All the fun shit is happening.
Yay.
Chewy, how much of the new stuff have you watched?
Are you ready to be surprised?
Wait, you actually watched more than one?
Let me bring up the spring thing.
Yeah, it is the first episodes of most shows, so there isn't much to be talked about. But we can talk about the impressions we got, since out of all the shows I'm watching, only 2 haven't aired yet. That is the Osanajima ga Satai ni Makaine Love Come, and
whatever the heck that is,
and Uruma-kun. That hasn't aired yet.
Marimashita Uruma-kun.
Yeah, but that's airing on, I believe, Saturday or Sunday, while the other show I just mentioned airs tomorrow.
I didn't get to watch To Your the Eternal just yet, or 86, but I have watched Bakuten, which is basically Backflip. The World Ends With You anime. Let's see. Mashiro no Oto, those Snow White Notes. SSSS Dynazon.
Yeah, I was going to mention if you watched that one.
Shakunetsu Kabari.
You check out Revengers?
I watched Revengers. I watched Zombieland Sega Revenge. There was another one I'm pretty sure I watched out of this, but don't remember just looking at them. Huh. Maybe okay, maybe that was it. I thought I did Shaman King, but maybe I didn't.
I will say, for the first episodes of shows, there was nothing bad about the first episodes of what I've seen. Nothing. It wasn't like Wixos last year, which made me want to cry. Like, there was some good stuff. I really liked I was really surprised at how entertaining Shakugenso Kabaddi was.
Oh yeah, you were?
Like, that caught me off guard. It was generally funny, and there was there's a strange satisfaction of watching a total douchebag just get broken down as it goes on.
Oh.
Because let's be real, Tatsuya's a douchebag. There's no doubt about it. But watching how he is just continuously one-upped by every single other member is actually hilarious.
Yep.
Also, big girls are best girls.
Big, beautiful girl.
I know. But I guess we could also talk about 2 Year Eternal since it had its first episode yesterday.
Fortunately, I didn't watch that episode, but I do know. I have read the manga, so feel free to talk to me about it.
Look, I know you hate it when I say this, but this is pretty much another one of, somebody is traveling the world type show.
That's the beginning part, right? So, yeah.
Well, literally, through the encounters with humankind, as Fatushi only gales the sir. But of course, there's this darkness, right? That is mentioned in the plot, in the premise.
Marcel, it does start off like that, but in the end, it doesn't. The current, where we are currently in the manga, it doesn't feel like the traveling all over the place anymore.
Okay, but Chewie, we are not there in the anime yet, so shut up.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying it's not a solidified theme. I'm gonna say that, and mostly it's more the people than the places, to be quite honest. So I feel like you'll start to see that as more episodes come out. But yeah, of course, I understand where you're coming from, that it feels like that right now. So
I'm interested. It had a good first episode that really hooks you in via tragedy.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
It was a lot of, as I said before, good show, not a lot of tell.
Yeah, that's what I like. There's so many shows that fail, and we're gonna get to it because the topic this week is we're talking about the best and worst of anime tropes. That's gonna be fun. But
yeah,
it was really good at giving you a reason to watch more. Speaking of reasons to watch more, Fruits Basket, the finale. Oh my god, this series! Holy shit!
Didn't watch it.
Dude, you should watch the new Fruits Basket. It's so much better
than the OG, huh? Well,
yeah, it literally is. Remember, this Fruits Basket was literally made because the OG went to original ending.
The OG went. Oh.
Yeah.
Right.
So the original series went original ending.
That's.
So this was made to not have that, if you know what I mean, right? And let's just say it's finally hit the point where everything is exploding.
Yep.
And the one thing I want to say is Shiguryu is literally the best person in the history of anime. I love this man.
Rip.
The way he just kind of overtly manipulates everything is such a fun watch.
Oh.
Because you can say that the main battle of the show is between Toru and Akito, right? Toru trying to remove the Soma curse, the Zodiac curse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Akito desperately holding on because she believes if the curse wasn't there, everybody would run away from her, right?
Oh.
But the way I see it is I really think this is a battle between Shiguryu and Akito because the only reason Toru was doing whatever she did is because Shiguryu brought her into his life knowing Toru would eventually do this.
Oh.
It's kind of like, yes, Toru's going to be the one who's going to save them all in the end, but the only reason she's there is because Shiguryu knew that and was banking on it.
Ugh.
And this whole last episode, we saw Shiguryu we saw really Shigeru bare his soul in a sense.
Okay.
So we saw that the main thing that happened is that Shigeru had a pretty substantial confrontation with Akito, right?
Mm.
And they're going off based off the whole thing that, it's finally been confirmed. Akito's a chick. Because before that, Toru always assumed that Akito was just this male. And it's building on the thing that Shigeru loves her, but he doesn't want to be with her because he realizes that the only reason in Akito's mind is that Shigeru would want to be with her is because of the whole Soma Zodiac.
Right, the curse.
Yeah, Akito is so desperately holding on to the bonds, this idea that I am your god, you have to be here, because she believes if those bonds are gone, everybody's going to leave.
Everybody's going to leave.
Mm-hmm. And that last episode was pretty much just a perfect example of that, because Shigeru loves her. There's no denying it anymore. But Shigeru doesn't want to be with her if she still has that mindset. Because there's nothing healthy about it. But yeah, no, Fruits Basket continues just to be probably one of the best things of the current new decade. And of course, I can't go out without mentioning My Hero.
My Hero.
My Hero continues to be superb. I really like the story they're telling. It's all about Endeavor's family.
Oh.
Because remember, Endeavor, he spent years trying to create the perfect son or daughter so they could be the number one hero in the end. His whole obsession with that, right?
Okay.
And because of that, it pretty much destroyed his family. Okay. Like, his mother freaked out, and you know how Todoroki has the scar on his eye? Mm-hmm. That's from his mother. She threw boiling hot water on him.
Yeah, I remember that.
So his mother's been in a psych ward this whole time, and actually in the manga, they're pushing the story forward even better. But we're just getting to the points of the anime where Endeavor, I love it, because at the end of season 4, at the end of season 3, when, All Might defeated All For One, right? All Might was forced to retire because he couldn't use All For One anymore. So Endeavor got what he wanted. He's the number one hero now. And yet he's realizing slowly but surely, I didn't want this.
R.I.P.
Like, he's realizing his mistakes slowly but surely. He's realizing that I was a total monster to my family, that I literally am the main reason why my entire family is just completely broken. Right. Like, his sons hate him. His daughter is trying to keep everyone together. And his wife is in a psych ward.
Psych ward.
And throughout the whole build-up, like from season 3 to his little part at the end of season 4, we start to see Enji realize that, I may never get the honor of being a father to these kids. So the least I can do is shape up and try to leave the world in a place for them, even if it doesn't involve me. And like, that's the basis start of his story. So like, that's him. He's saying to himself that he doesn't deserve redemption. So rather than trying to seek redemption, he's just going to try to make the world a better place for his kids and his family.
Yeah.
Like, to me, that's a great turn, because the normal turn would just be like, him trying to seek redemption, right?
Yeah.
But it gets really good. Because they're going to reveal, it's already been revealed in the manga, right? And they've hinted at it already in season 5, but they're going to reveal that, a certain character is related to Endeavor. Yeah.
Oop. I closed something.
Yeah, so certain characters actually related to Endeavor.
Certain
So
character.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Yeah.
Oh, right, yeah, I remember. I know this one. I know the twist.
I just sent you.
No, I know the twist, even before you said it.
Yeah, they just revealed it in the manga.
Kind of interesting, too.
It makes sense when you think about it.
Yeah. No, when I look back at it, yeah, I understand.
And it's a showcase of just how bad he was, right? And it's kind of like his sins coming back to him.
Yes.
So I've said since I've been reading it, the Endeavor arc is such a fantastic story. And it isn't even just like there's only one fantastic story here. We're getting to the point where Deku is starting to see the visions of the previous people who had One for All.
Mm-hmm.
And it's starting to reveal that One for All is more than just strength.
More than just strength. Yeah, because it was just like it was all the powers conglomerated together in the abilities.
He's starting to realize, oh, I have more than just super strength.
I have a little of other quirks.
And also, there's one final, the main story, like, so they got the Endeavor story, they got Deku, and now they got the Class A versus Class B battle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But there's a character in there who's kind of the main focus of all of that, and that is remember in Season 2, the tournament arc, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember the dude Deco fought?
The what arc, sorry?
In the first round. The mind control guy.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, Shinso.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they're pushing forward with his story since he's trying to get into the hero class now.
Mm.
And I like it because it's kind of it's an interesting take, because the simplest way to put it is Shinso could be the world's most destructive villain if he wanted to.
Yeah.
Because his ability is mind control.
Yeah.
But he's been battling his whole life. Like, I want to be a hero. I don't care if this ability is useless for hero work, right?
Oh.
And yeah, no. So I really think My Hero Season 5 has just been really strong to start.
Starting to build up on that. Interesting. I wonder if...
All right, should we talk about your freaking boys love show, Bakuten?
I wonder if he's gonna... What if they're actually gonna let him enter in the hero class at that point?
I can't remember if they did. It's been a long time since I read it. But yeah, talk about your boys love thing, Bakuten.
It felt like Haikyuu, basically. It's literally in Miyagi Prefecture, Marcel.
So it's pretty much Haikyuu, but gymnastics?
Yeah. Just no crazy, quick spikes and sets and stuff like that.
Yeah, I saw I believe I saw some of its animation, and it wasn't that bad.
Yeah, the first episode showed off what was, I guess, what they were gonna do for all the gymnastic routines. Basically, it seemed like a...
Oh, this is made by the guys who did Diabolical Lovers.
Yeah, it was interesting choice.
These guys don't really have that many good shows under them.
Yeah,
I did like Fortune Arterial though. But yeah. So you were
the routine
going
was
on
in
the animation.
CG. Yeah, the routine was in CGI. Wasn't bad. The music wasn't bad either to go with it, because, like, of course, it's gymnastics, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
well, with sports, you have to hit the music.
Yeah, and I think in this case, especially because there's not going to be any talking, it seems like, during the routine, at least in this part.
Which makes sense, considering it is gymnastics.
Yeah. They'll probably go into the whatever they're thinking this and stuff like this, but, there's no talking, usually.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's just basically just stereotypical story of a kid who played a whole bunch of different sports, and then he didn't really, do very well, but he was like a bench warmer or something in his last year of middle school or something like that.
That reminds me of Kabaddi.
Yeah. Well, Kabaddi, the guy was a genius, though. He was a soccer genius.
Just a douche.
Yeah, but they just didn't want to play it anymore because everyone ostracized him. But yeah, this guy then, in his last year of middle school, he saw this routine by the school, and then he decided to join them and wanted to get into gymnastics, or, was interested, in a sense, piqued. And then he tried to do stuff, or he joined them in the, first year practice type of thing, right? Or, beginning of the year open practice to, show interest with first years and stuff like that, right? And he actually does a backflip in the first episode and first practice. It's kind of cool. He doesn't land it, but very well, but he still does a backflip.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where it's just like he does something that catches their attention.
No, he practices with them the entire time, and they're happy for him. He does it, but he doesn't stick the landing or anything, or doesn't land very well, but still. And they're like, oh, very good. There is another guy who's basically a Kageyama in this case. He's the elite. He was a number 1 in the prefecture in his age group when he was in middle school and stuff like that for gymnastics, but singles routine, not team routine. So they're like, okay, well, there's a team routine, so it's. Except in this case, this Kageyama is kind of approachable and nicer, more tsundere.
So he's not an egotistical psychopath.
Nah, he's like Kuroko from Kuroko no Basket, a little bit more. No motion, but there for you type of thing. He's good at what he does type of thing, which is pretty much everything in gymnastics. Yeah, it wasn't that bad. It was all right. I'm wondering where this will go, honestly. But it's all right so far in sports anime.
Can we talk about Zombieland Saga? Like, what a bizarre first episode.
I don't even remember. Did they even show the episode where they actually had the concert in that like big huge stadium, which they didn't sell any tickets in?
Yeah, it was a little clip show. Like, the way it begins is so weird. You see the zombie girls just doing jobs, and I'm sitting there just like, this is different. And then it turns out the manager has become a drunk because they fucking bombed at a concert.
No, it was that. Remember in the first season or something, they were all working towards, or at the very end part, they were working towards because they're trying to rent out the stadium or something in Saga, and they're like, oh, we're trying to hype up for this, so we're all gonna do a whole bunch of extra shows and stuff like that and rally towards it. But they didn't sell enough tickets, so.
Yeah, and then it cuts to they showed in the episode this week that the concert, it's like this big concert, and like all that was there was maybe just 100 people.
I think it was supposed to be 300,000 people that could fill it, but only 300 or 200 showed up.
So some along the lines of that.
Like everyone that showed up could cover up the front of the stage. That was it.
No, I got the number right here. It was 30,000, but instead only 500 showed up.
Wow.
We managed to sell 30,000.
500 people, and all they could do was just kind of cover up the front of the stage.
Yeah, pretty much. And it was just that sent the fucking Kotaro into a drunken spree.
Well, it was not only that, but they also said they didn't do very well.
Yeah, no, they didn't. Well, that too, but like freaking.
Which is kind of weird, actually. They didn't do very well. It's like convenient plot armor almost a little bit.
I mean, maybe they were caught off guard, right? Like, you can make the argument that the less people there probably caught them off guard enough to make them struggle a bit.
Maybe.
But I don't know. This first episode was exactly what you'd expect from Zombieland Saga, really.
Ridiculous.
But here's an interesting thing. I actually want to point out, freaking Zombieland Saga was made by Games, right? Like they're the ones who created it.
Yes.
Here's you know how Games always has a game for their anime, right? Grand Blue Fantasy game anime. Fucking
oh yeah.
Uma Musume game anime. Even Rage Bahamut Genesis
is a game, yeah.
Yeah. Zombieland Saga isn't the only one. And you want to know why? They literally couldn't figure out how to market it as a game.
Rip.
Like, literally, they tried. They sat there, they stood around, and they're just like, yeah, no, we don't know how to do this. So they just didn't.
Huh.
And one of the main reasons why Zombieland Saga feels so bizarre is because the trailers are made specifically to not reveal anything. Yeah. No, literally, I'll get the exact tweet, but from what I've heard is that the trailers were made in such a way on purpose to not reveal anything.
Okay.
They wanted to use that as like, well, if there's no game, why not have a little fun with it, right?
Well.
But I mean, it's just, and the funny thing is, I saw a guy I follow on YouTube mention, this is pretty much the definition of proof that Games isn't market-led.
It isn't market-led?
Because think about it. Think about what they could have just pumped out a Zombieland Saga game and probably had made buckets, right?
Oh. True.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah.
But instead, rather than forcing some shit thing out, they just decided, you know what? Let's just keep it as an anime and not try, because we don't literally know what to do, right?
I don't know what to do either.
I just found it funny that it's just like, oh, they literally have no idea. And I kind of found it amusing just how open they were.
I don't know what they're doing either.
Well, I mean, it's kind of insane. But, like, Zombieland Saga continues to be probably one of the better things to come in recent memory.
Ooh.
But another show that caught my attention... Well, actually, no, I just want to pull it out. Like, okay, here it is. They made Zombieland Saga, then they asked all their other divisions if they could make a game about it or capitalize it in any way. And everyone was like, we can't do anything with this. So they just didn't. By the way, the original idea was inspired by the cynical zombie Rita from Rage of Bahamut.
Oh. How?
Yeah.
Okay.
They like straight up. They asked and nobody wanted to do it.
Huh. Okay.
Like, that's just strange. But another show I wanted to point out is another original show, Vivi.
Vivi.
The original show from which studio?
Yes, the one that you said you had a bad feeling about.
Well, I mean, it's an original, so it's impossible to really get what's going to happen.
But you had a bad feeling about it.
But the first 3 episodes were good. I did like it.
Good.
Though I feel like the show is really relying on the characters that appear in each arc, because it's a two character show. It's Vivi and the stupid bear.
Oh, you're the stupid bear.
But no, I liked it. Another show that I want to talk about, though, is one you watched, World Ends With You.
Okay.
I liked the first episode, even though it was clearly rushed in terms of pacing. what I will say what this show is going to keep me, I really like the animation and art style.
Yeah, no, I see that too.
Like, it's really good, and it's kind of one of those ones that, like, it stands out from other shows.
Yeah, no, it does. It does really. I agree with that actually. Yeah, it does.
And also, we also need to go into this understand it's a video game adaptation. Unless it's given 1,000 episodes, it's always going to end up rushed in some way.
Oh, it's kind of sad.
It's just what happens with video game adaptations, though.
Oh, just sad.
So what I'm wondering is how something can, like, Blue Reflection Ray get 24 episodes, but The World Ends With You only gets 12.
I don't know.
But yeah, there's 2 more I want to talk about. Well, I want to okay, I guess we can talk about a couple more since you watched Tokyo Revengers.
I did.
I did too. What did you think of the first episode?
Well, I mean, I think that was a pretty solid first episode, honestly. You know, it draws you in. There's already instantly something happening type of thing. Well, very beginning doesn't start off very hot, but, you know, right off the get-go, but it's not long after that you get pulled in by, like, oh, he got pushed into a train. Oh.
Yeah, I liked it a lot.
And then he got a time slip, and then you're like, oh.
The thing that he immediately erased comes to mind.
Yeah, it does have that feeling, for sure.
And I'm sitting there like, I watched a bit of Erased, and the one thing that made Erased absolutely terrible was how it ended.
Oh.
Like, Erased was easily one of the worst anime endings of all time. Like, not even fucking close.
Oh, no.
If you're wondering, the reason I hated it is because it spent all the time building up this idea of he went to save the girl. Then they have what I call I'd tell my kid moments, right?
Okay.
And then all of a sudden, oh, he's in a coma because he thought the guy was the killer. And oh, look, she's married someone else, meaning everything that just happened was pretty much pointless. It's just like, okay, you got invested in this relationship. Yeah, sucks to be you. Like, I was watching that, I was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Just like, the viewers just got cucked.
Yeah, pretty much. But I doubt Tokyo Revengers is going to do something like that.
So far, I haven't seen anything like that.
Yeah, but what I think what I liked the most about Tokyo Revengers was how it ended. I loved the way that first episode ended.
Oh, you really did like that, huh?
Yeah, no, I really did. Because it's a simple twist to a used formula, right? It doesn't allow the show to keep going in. I like when you take something that's been done before and just add a little sparkle, right? So to have the girlfriend's brother come back and say, "You saved my life. Now let's work together to save hers." In that way was actually really smart.
The fact that he had to bow down and apologize too, because he tried his best, even though he took his time to warn him, and it was just like, I couldn't save her in the end. It's like, I need your help still.
About this is that now it adds him to it, right?
It adds the Naoto?
Yeah, Naoto to it.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because freaking Naoto's going to be the only one aware of all the shit he's doing.
In the future, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm really interested to see where this is going. And that little twist got me into it more.
You're gonna like him more than afterwards.
Oh yeah, no, I hope so. I'm really interested. Another show is Nagatoro-kun.
Nagatoro-kun.
Stop making fun of me.
Oh.
I really liked that first episode.
Oh, this is the one with the synopsis was like
The Kohai making fun of the senpai.
Yeah, no, but the synopsis also gave me a weird, this could run as a hentai all the time.
You could say that about 90% of anime made.
Sure, that's true, but it literally says libido and everything.
I really enjoyed that first episode. The comedy was good. The feeling of Nagatoro liking him was nice. But the feeling of Nagatoro just, I don't know. I think she's doing that. Like, you get this feeling that she's doing that because she just wants to be around the poor dude.
RP.
But I really did like the animation a lot in this episode.
Oh, okay.
The single frame shots of Nagatoro with that shit-eating grin was just great.
There's a lot of shit-eating grins.
But yeah, no, I get this feeling this is going to be a good comedy. What I don't think is going to be any comedic is 86. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I watched that first episode and I'm going in completely blind, right? Man, that first episode hits a lot harder when you go blind.
It's pretty dark.
It's just, I sent you a screenshot of it, right? The first couple frames. And when you see just everybody with the same hair and the same eye color, that's just disturbing.
Either A, there's a lot of incest going on, or B, it's a lot of, how should I say, almost feels like a Nazi thing.
Like that, that's actually a good way to explain it too.
Blue eyes, blonde hair.
You just get this feeling of darkness right away.
Yeah.
And I really like that. And the main character, like the main girl we saw, her name was Millie's, was interesting. Her whole character right now is based around the fact that she treats the 86 with respect when everybody else is like, they're supposed to be nothing but drones for you to use, right? So that gets you hooked on her pretty quickly.
Yeah.
And then
differently, yeah.
And then the 86 that we meet at the end of the episode,
the Reaper.
There's potential there.
The Reaper.
I'm generally curious to see the interactions between the Reaper and Melise, but I also kind of there's something about the 86 themselves that get me interested. Why are they considered drones? Why are they considered disposable people being forced to go to war?
Because I'm bad. I don't know. We'll see.
No, but that's interesting. I did like the presentation quite a bit.
We'll see.
Yeah. But the final anime I want to talk about is, of course, I shaved my beard and found a high school girl.
Yeah.
It is really good.
She traded sexual favors to get where she would go.
What I like the most about it is how they used the relationship between Sayu and Yoshida right away. Because so when Sayu comes up, she's pretty much just like, let me stay here. It's just like, oh, I will sleep with you. And I'm just like, oh. And here's the funny part. What they don't mention in the premise, Yoshida was drunk when she said that.
Rip.
So, like, credit to you, boy, for not fucking high school girl.
That and that would be legal.
Yeah, but no, like what I like about the show is two things. One, I'm really, really hooked on Yoshida's whole his whole maternal instinct. Because you see throughout little clips of him at his work, he's one of the few people at his work that apparently gives a shit about his kohais, right?
Oh.
Because one thing they mention is how one of his kohai made a mistake. She's like, well, you should have just gone mad. You should have just fired me for it.
Oh.
Yeah, but one thing I do like the most is the underlying darkness in Sayu.
Oh.
Because throughout the whole of episode 2, you have Yoshida pointing out how much of a forced smile she's giving.
What the heck was that background noise?
I could not tell you. But yeah, no, Higahiro's starting out pretty well.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, how much do I have to pay you to watch Fairy Tales 2?
You know what? You give me about $50 and I'll do the entire series.
I can't believe we didn't talk about Daizenin.
Yeah, Dynamon.
It's weird. Like I like it. Don't get me wrong. I'm finding a lot of it enjoyable, but like
Kaiju.
It's kind of hard for the. I don't know. I remember enjoying Gridman a lot more at the start.
Kaiju. Yeah.
Like, did you? Maybe that was just because when Gridman came, it was unbelievably unique for its time.
I mean, maybe. I guess for its time, yeah.
One thing I did find interesting about Daizenemon is how apparently kaiju battles are like a normal thing that happens in the world.
Oh no, the fact that kaiju are a normal thing.
Yeah, so no, that was weird. Anyway, that's like just our first impressions of the shows we've watched that we enjoyed. Of course, there's others that we watched. I watched stuff like How to Not Summon a Demon Lord. Subarashinki Ken. What the fuck is this?
Subara Wababa?
Never mind. I thought it was something else.
Okay.
Oh, and So I'm a Spider, So What returned.
Yes.
God, that twist.
Good twist.
God, that fucking twist, man.
Oh, and the way of the house, whatever.
Oh, do we really have to talk about that piece of shit?
We don't have to talk about it. We could just say that we were right. We were right about the bad feelings.
Legitimately defending a Way of the House husband.
We were right, Marcel.
No, actually, no. We're gonna talk about it because this is just. I saw people.
But we were right. Why won't you say we were right? We were right.
Yeah, I know. Here's the thing. A Way of the House husband has 5 episodes with 16-minute durations, and it's a slideshow animation. Like, it's one of the worst things ever created.
A network paid for this.
Yep.
A network paid for this.
Like, here's the thing about this. Like, I'm looking at some of the scenes right now, and it's just
people are being paid for this.
It's just really frustrating, man.
Oh my god, you could have given that money to anybody else.
Yeah.
You could have given that money to freaking, I don't know. You know what? Give it to let's see. Even this weird show, Kuro Gyaru no Ninata. You could have given it to the Gender Bender show, man. You could have given it to the Gender Bender show. or even the Slime Diaries. They would have done even a couple more episodes. or something.
Yeah, no, when you were literally using animation to make it look like a manga, why just not fucking read the manga, right? Like, it's just stupid. But let's move on to the topic for today. We're gonna be ranking.
Wait, I didn't get to say that I watched Mashiro no Oto.
What the fuck is Mashiro no Oto?
Those Snow White notes. It's the shamisen anime.
Oh, yeah, no, you didn't. Yeah, no, go on.
No, man, it's good. I haven't listened to shamisen music by itself before, but it was pretty decent. I will say though, the one thing
it's a show that says it only has one main character.
Yeah, It's the main character itself. It's his journey, I suppose. But it's. I will say, like, the first part was all very okay. I expected this. The guy's like going to Tokyo because his grandpa died, and his grandpa was the one who was teaching him how to play shamisen, and then he lost a sound and stuff like that, so he went to go off and find it.
Oh, so it's kind of based on the similar Your Lie in April. The guy was like an artist in a sense. So like with Your Lie in April, it's piano. Here,
well, the thing is, wasn't his mom like super hard on him, and he was pushed to be perfect?
That whole mom thing is weird because like,
that's why she is
incredibly hard on him, but for some reason they're gonna play it off as like she knows it and she regrets it, and I'm just sitting there just like, why?
But she wanted to push him because she thought that was the only way for him to survive as a pianist and stuff like that, or whatever.
Yeah.
To keep her legacy or something like that. It was kind of a weird thing. But this one, the grandpa didn't force the kid to do anything. The kid picked it up on his own. He was the youngest of two brothers. He was the one with talent, and he wanted to play the shamisen because he listened to his grandpa play, and he was really, captivated by it. So he took his time to play, and he found a sound, at least, when he was young. And then his grandpa passed away. And he couldn't find a sound after that. He couldn't play it the way that he used to, or that he liked to play it like. So he went to go find himself in Tokyo. And keep this in mind, he's like 16 or 15 or something at this point. Still in high school.
I get it.
He goes by himself. And yeah, this plays off just like a very stereotypical, almost a romance type of thing. Or like, not romance, how should I say? Slice of life, journey of youth or something like that. Where he gets like saved by an aspiring actress who's a hostess. Doesn't want to be a hostess, but is an aspiring actress nonetheless, who's been told a lot that she's not good enough, and she's like turned into gravure idling and stuff like that, and she doesn't want to do gravure idling and stuff like that, or gravure shots and stuff like that. But she does it because she wants to be an actress, right? And she picks him up, or helps him out, and he ends up staying at her place. He gets kind of hooked into her life a little bit with like her boyfriend, who like takes money from her and stuff like that, or doesn't take, but like, she gives him money and stuff like that because she loves him and stuff like that. He loves her and supports her, and he's kind of in a little bit of an aspiring artist, but he's got more of a fan base. He's got his own band, stuff like that. Then the kid, he finds his, he starts to get back his sound because he's so angry and stuff, and he puts his emotion into it. At the point, he finds other emotions to start putting in there. He even plays at the very, the beginning to that, the guy with the band, it's a little concert when he had a little hissy fit and stuff because of that gravure idol or gravure lady found out he was cheating on her, so she kind of dumped his ass. Yeah, it got interesting. He played in front of all those people, and set everyone's hearts on fire and stuff like that. Found his little soul. The girl then ends up going back home or something and selling her apartment. And then kisses him goodbye she's like, what, 20 something, and he's like 15 or 16 or something, but kisses him around on the lips and says goodbye and shit. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Oh, and then, yeah. So everything, all that, just like stereotypical, almost feels like slice of life. Very, very...
tropey.
Yeah, not tropey, but like kind of the same feel in a sense. As like other slice of life or coming of age stories with music and stuff like that. But then the very end pops up. It is so, what the heck? It's like out of, it just feels out of genre. The door gets kicked in on the apartment, like, because he's living in her, the lady's, the main character's living in that lady's apartment till the lease is up.
Yeah.
The door gets kicked in and there's security or something, or like guys in full like body armor and guns and stuff and helmets, and there's a lady standing up front with like, what was it, blonde hair or something, or blue hair, slightly like silvery blue hair. She's like, I've come to pick you up. It's his mom or something.
What?
It's so random and feels so out of whack from the entire pacing and like feel of the story.
Okay, then.
I just wasn't expecting it. I'm like, what is going on now? So I don't know.
No, I can get that.
I don't know. It felt really random. There was nothing else that happened that was like that or quite close to that. So I was like, okay, is this taking a turn in genre now? But yeah, it was alright. We'll see what happens in the next episode.
Alrighty then, let's move on to the topic this week. Well, the topic is something not so quite simple. I wanted to talk about anime tropes.
I wanted to talk about, I don't know.
If you say hentai, I'm going to beat you with a stick.
Jesus. Why can't we bring glory to Jesus for one episode?
This ain't a religious podcast, Chewy.
Oh, yeah. Bring glory.
But yeah, no, I wanted to talk about anime tropes, since, you know, anime tropes are always a topic of discussion for fans, be it the good ones, the bad ones, or the something in between. And people are like, oh, why do they always have to rely on tropes and cliches? And I'm sitting there like saying to myself, yeah, because everything needs to be 100% original with 100% original. Like, can I just say, I hate when people use tropes and cliches against a show, because it's just like, yeah, because every show is going to be doing everything 100% original, not using anything that's been used ever before, right?
Right.
But yeah, I wanted to kind of rank them, since this is a ranking one, but I also kind of like talk about what we think are the best tropes, the ones we actually enjoy seeing, the ones we don't give a shit about, and the ones we think that need to burn in a fucking fire.
Okay.
So Chewy, I want you to start.
Which one do you want me to start with? One that I like or one that I don't like?
You choose.
Okay. A trope I would like to continue would be Opie.
That's a lot simpler than I thought you were going to go.
Yeah, because that's...
I mean, big titty anime goth waifus are always good.
Okay, I wouldn't say goth waifus, but I'm just Opie in general. You know what? Bring the girls with Opie to actually talk about their Opie problems a little more.
Wait, you want anime where people talk about their Opie problem?
I mean, like, actually acknowledge it, not just say, "Oh, I'm jealous." Oh, how do you get it that big or something?
I mean, you acknowledge them sometimes.
I know there's a couple of them, but there's not a lot that talk about girls' Opie problems, you know? not just physically, but also in like the environments and stuff like that. It's like maybe it's hard to buy bras this size because in Japan you don't actually have a lot of.
Yeah, I
girls
remember watching a Noelle stream when she was mentioning that.
Yeah, or like not just that, but like when you're going and doing exercise and stuff like that, like, hey, your boobs are going all over the place, and then people like call you out, and you're like, well, I can't help it because it's just, my body type, stuff like that.
No, I mean, a little more realistic conversations would not be that bad.
Yeah, especially when it comes to more of these, there's like a ton of these high school animes and stuff like that, right?
High School DxD.
Or, I guess they're starting to get a little bit of popularity to the workplace ones and stuff like that.
Yeah, there's actually some more workplace ones. I'd actually like to go talk about PA works one day. We should actually before I forget, we should do an episode dedicated to a studio.
Pornhub.
Whatever. But Chewy, what's your opinion on the airheads in anime?
It depends on what type of anime, I guess.
I mean, there really isn't. There are times I don't think there's an airhead I don't like.
I'm probably forgetting one that I hate, honestly.
Well, I mean, there's Toru from Fruits Basket. She's like the queen airhead.
I think there's somebody else, but I could be wrong.
I mean, there's more than just one airhead, but no, like airheads in general are quite entertaining. I think they bring a levity to a show that is solely needed in a sense. Like they're able to allow a show to breathe in a sense. I really do think they are probably the best comic relief.
Yeah. I mean, probably the most famous one that I know of, or the best one, I should say, is that what is it? Oh, I forget her name. No. What's the anime with the dumb girl that loves bananas and was like the main character is trying not to? She's like really likes this one dude who doesn't like her.
I want to say Aho stupid. Girl.
Yes, Aho Girl. Oh, best one.
I mean,
best airhead.
I wouldn't say she's an airhead. I'd just say she's a fucking idiot.
Nah, she's an airhead and an idiot. So come on, she's best.
Yeah, no, actually, no. I'd probably now that I think about it. I remember watching that show. It wasn't that bad for a 5-minute short.
It's hilarious. I remember spitting all my water out because it was stupid and funny.
All right, now you do one.
Another one?
Yeah, keep going. See. We gotta push this on for a bit. We're gonna tackle a lot of them.
Jeez. What's another one? I don't like, or no, do like. I like tsunderes. I think they should keep tsunderes, honestly.
Tsunderes.
I think they should continue to do tsunderes a lot more. More tsunderes.
Yeah, no, tsunderes are good. A lot of character tropes tend to be really good.
I want less kuderes, though.
Why?
Because I want the main character, he, she, whatever, usually probably is a he with a harem or something, or she with a harem, I don't know, reverse harem. I want them to be more decisive.
So you actually want to get through the bullshit.
Well, it's either A, you're all in for that polygamy stuff, or B, you pick out that one. that you actually want to be with for the rest of your life, type of thing, you know. And I don't know. I get that people don't like love triangles, but I'd rather love triangle than a harem in this case. So there's a couple of them that I'd rather keep. And if you are gonna do a harem, again, it's either all in or all one. You know. No backing out. No backing out. No putting everyone on the ice. Be like, I'm gonna let this sit, you know, for another non-existent season that won't ever show up ever again because the anime's over. Nobody's gonna get a resolution because the manga's done too. You're not gonna get one either from there. Let's see.
What about villains that don't capitalize?
Villains that don't like kill people?
No, what I mean is villains that you know the trope where a villain will stand there. He'll have the dude hero cornered, but he'll stand there monologuing for 10 minutes.
Yeah, sure, yeah.
Like, that just pisses me off. It happens in, like, Western movies, too. The biggest example would be fucking James Bond, GoldenEye.
Because they're all full of themselves and they're just talking
But, like,
shit.
You have him there! Just kill him!
Yeah.
Oh, that one always drives me nuts. Another one that I can't understand why they do. I know why they do it, actually, because it's easy filler. How many beach episodes are needed?
Beach what?
Beach episodes.
Oh. A lot more.
Like, there's so many fucking beach episodes, it isn't funny.
Not anymore. You either go to the beach or stay at the beach. Pick one.
I love for them to live at the beach.
Stay at the beach, and then the entire series is them at the beach, and they're called Sand Beaches, and they're all bitches. There you go. An idea for everybody to use. Do it. Do it. Somebody do it.
You've never, like, I get why they decided to use beach episodes as easy filler. But, like, just, it's too much sometimes.
Well, not just filler, it's service. Service. Get the Rule 34's juice, Rule 34 artist juices going, you know, that type of thing. What would be what's another one? Okay, siblings having crushes on each other.
Yeah, that could go into the fiery fucking depths of hell, can it?
I can understand, like, a loving sibling, like, you know, you love your sibling, you know, you have those cute moments where it's just like, aw, you know, that's cute.
Oh, no, let me add on.
But then there's the whole, okay, this is starting to get kind of creepy, incestual, and
then they use the excuse, oh, they aren't blood related.
Oh, and they aren't blood related. Haha. One of them is actually adopted. Oh, they're both adopted. Oh no, actually, one of them was a kid for my brother's kid. Oh no, not my brother's kid. My friend's kid.
One more thing. Fathers, stop in your daughters.
Yeah.
You've seen Usagai drop, right?
No.
Well, Usagai drop ended with the fucking Okay, how about this?
I know about it. I know a Soggy drop.
Yeah, how about I defeat a demon lord even if it was for my daughter?
Yeah, no. You're just bringing up all the ones that I know. Yeah,
Like,
I understand.
why is that a thing?
It's called grooming, and people are apparently unaware of it in Japan.
Ugh.
I don't know.
As you can see, some tropes are just a piece of shit.
Everyone's a Woody Allen.
Oh, God.
There you go.
Yeah, didn't Woody Allen marry his daughter-in-law?
Yes, he did.
That's disgusting.
He did. He divorced his wife and married his daughter-in-law.
Let's talk about a trope that I think gets misunderstood. The overpowered protagonist.
The overpowered protagonist?
Yeah, I think that trope is mostly dependent on how it's used rather than the trope itself. A lot of tropes are dependent on the trope itself, right?
I'll just splash water here. That's gross. Yeah.
But I think the overpowered protagonist is really more reliant on how it's used.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, we've gone into it before. The way an overpowered protagonist works is if the people around him aren't hurt because of it.
We keep talking. Yeah, I think we made our point about that, yeah.
Yeah. But another trope that I kind of like and kind of don't is something similar to that. It's when the hero gets a power-up just as he's about to be defeated.
The last minute type of...
Yeah. So pretty much they get a
has
power
a flashback and then it's like...
It's where the hero gets a power boost just as they're about to be defeated.
And he has a flashback.
It doesn't have to be a flashback. It could literally be anything.
You could have a flashback then.
But the reason why I consider that as part of the overpowered characters and the idea of that it depends on how it's used is because in certain specific moments it can work. I'm looking at stuff like My Hero Academia, All Might versus All for One, and Demon Slayer episode 19.
The one where he's
fighting the spider demon.
That breath of the sun or something.
Yeah.
Ooh, breath of water. Now I got the breath of the sun, bitch.
Yeah, and like I think those work because it builds into the emotion of the fight, right?
Sure.
More so with My Hero, since My Hero was all about My Hero's little power-up was him freaking just kind of more mentally fortituding himself due to his mentor's words. But then there are times where it just looks ridiculous. Hey, Naruto, you're full of them.
Yep.
I've never even seen Naruto, and yet even I know how many tropes it uses.
How many tropes does he use?
A lot.
Oh.
How much of Naruto have you watched?
Pretty much all of it.
Was it as good as people say it was?
It was alright.
I can't believe TK's watching it.
It's not like bad or anything. It's pretty stereotypical shonen stuff most of the time, but there are some okay moments, that I like, that I didn't mind either too, and that kind of did I don't know, kind of it was a little non-stereotypical at times too.
Here's a trope you don't realize happens a lot. Parents don't exist.
How
many times in an anime do you hear one of three things? Either the parents have died, or the parents are too busy, or the parents ran off.
Yeah, no, that that's fair. There's a good amount of shows that are like that. But then there's like Boku no Hero Academia. You see their parents every once in a while when they're actually gotta go up to them and stuff.
Yeah, because it doesn't happen in shows doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
No, for sure. But I don't know. I don't see that trope very, very often, honestly.
I see a decent amount that make me just say, wow, Japan must really, really have parental issues.
I do notice it, but it's not always there for sure.
Or what about love triangles? Or the mean girl is like just this, instead, this mean girl is really just this romantic sweetheart that is only not treated well because she's a bitch on the outside.
Tsundere? I already said I like tsunderes.
No, I wouldn't consider them tsunderes. I'd consider them more just a mean girl's a hopeless romantic, as the site says.
It is a tsundere, isn't it?
Yeah, actually, no, you could do it.
Yeah,
but like, what about stuff like freaking the one I said before, though? Love triangles.
I thought I already stated my point on love triangles.
I didn't remember, did you?
Yeah, I said I'd rather have love triangles than harems, but even if you are going to do a harem or a love triangle, you either are all in or you're not. Or you're all in or you're in for one. All one or all in. But don't be a kudere. That's my only thing. It's that I can't.
Why do you hate kuderes? I think kuderes are awesome.
Kudere? What? No. You can't get away from that. That's so dumb. It's like you literally don't make a decision in the end. Then you as a character haven't moved and progressed and grown as a person and all. It's just like I can understand if it's like you're being indecisive when it comes to food or what you like doing or hobbies and stuff like that because you like that stuff. But after a while, when it comes to relationships, that's not how it works. You know, you gotta move forward. You gotta make a decision. Do you actually like this person, or do you like this person, or do you not like either of them? You can't just say I like you both and be like, let's just I don't know. I haven't made a decision yet, though, kind of thing. And I'm still questioning my feelings, but I kind of maybe I like you both, but I don't know at the same time. It's just like it's unfair to them, and it's unfair technically. Mostly it's unfair to them, and it's kind of unfair to you too, because then you're not moving forward, and that's just dumb. You make no progression. There's nothing. There's nothing. Not only in anime as a whole, but in life as well. Just like it's the dumbest dere I've ever heard in my fucking life, honestly. And it's so overused too, because there's so many harems and love triangles and like the. An anime, or I don't know about nowadays, but like there's still a lot, and it's dumb. It's dumb. You either go all in polygamy, or you say I only like this one girl, or you say I don't like any of you. I don't know, but you don't say I don't know. I may kind of like you, I may not, but I don't want to make a decision in the moment. It's just like, come on, no, kuderes are not awesome. They're a nemesis. They're basically a fucking scum of society at this point. Okay, maybe not scum, but they're bad. They're bad people.
All right. Well, then, what do you have for hikikomoris? Hikikomori.
Shut-ins?
Yeah.
Neats?
Yeah.
Well, okay, so here's the thing about this one. It is a trope that is, often used, not just by, Japan, but other.
Yeah, but you have to say the Western media, when they do something like that, it's definitely handled a bit differently, though, don't you think?
I don't know. Actually, because I don't
I'm trying to remember the last time I've seen a shut-in used in Western media in a show I watched.
I don't think I've ever actually seen a shut-in in Western media. Well, maybe one show where the lady doesn't come out of her apartment in the. I think there's like one TV show I watched. Is it Zoe's Extraordinary Playlist or something? Like one of the neighbors or something just never comes out of her apartment, but it's like something to do with the social anxiety or something, or social disorder. It was interesting.
But the question is the trope good or not?
I don't know. Honestly, I can't really say, because the fact that we use it often kind of is reflecting in our culture right now, and I don't know how I should really respond to this. And I don't really know how I feel about them. Because it doesn't, like... I haven't seen anything that's that bad with hikikomoris in them, honestly. I mean, No Game, No Life, the main characters...
Do you not remember the glory of Arrow Manga Sensei?
No, but I do remember No Game, No Life, and they were no-lifers.
Yeah, but you gotta remember their show was less... You gotta remember that, yeah, they were hikikomori, but they were never hikikomori after 10 minutes of episode 1 ever again.
Are you sure? What about when they, like, get split up, remember?
They got split up once, and they just ignored that fact for the rest of the series. That pissed me off.
Oh, but, like, every time they, like, gone away, they're like, we can't function without each other.
Yeah, Chewy, but again, that literally happened once!
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I know. That's a whole piss off of No Game, No Life. The fact that it's like the second episode they introduced this thing of how, we can't function when we're more than like 10 feet apart, and then they never do anything with it ever again.
It's just there for the future.
What future?
No future, apparently.
I know.
No game, no life, no future.
Yeah.
But I don't know who else was a hikikomori that was pretty famous. Let's see.
Recovery of an MMO junkie?
Yeah, but that was directly dealing with that trope almost, in a sense. Because like the entire show was about that, or revolved around the character having that trope. So that was interesting. And
yeah, no, it was good. I do miss that show. It was quite fun.
I don't think I could say anything bad about that, because that show was literally just talked about it, right? Dealt with it as a whole, and other stuff. But still, but like a trope or this a foil. This foil, where else does it appear?
Oh, I got one. Remember the anime where I'm trying to remember it. I know exactly the anime I'm thinking of. It's the one where the girl thinks she's married to the guy.
Girl thinks that she's married to the guy.
And she was... No, that wasn't hikikomori. That was delusional.
Oh. Rip.
Yeah, never mind. Sorry. That was delusion.
Uh-oh. I don't know which one. What else is a... Let's see here.
Yeah, hikikomori is used a lot less than you'd think.
Oh. Anohana. Anohimita. The flower we saw that day. Apparently, that Jinta guy was a hikikomori.
Really?
Yeah, apparently. Until that
I don't remember ever
Miko
considering Jinta What's up, Evan?
Oh, real life.
Can you pause for a second?
Real life. That was a pretty good one. That-
What I think? Yeah. Well, no, your mom gave me a heads up of what you guys were going through. You guys are going to be gone for a few days? Yep.
Ja 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 NHK NHK. Welcome to the NHK was also one, and Real Life. Oh. But then again, they dealt with it too. I don't know what could be. Oh, the Bunny Girl Senpai one. Right. That girl was a hikikomori. The pet girl of Sakuraso. There was a hikikomori there too. Oh, even Sekire actually. Summer Wars. Heaven's Memo Pad. Sayonara Zetsubo Sensei. Wow. Eraminga Sensei, of course, yeah. Kagero Days, High School. Oh, there's one actually from High School DxD. I don't know where that. Working. There was one in Valvrave the Liberator. I don't remember that. Did Sweet Home ever get a anime? I don't remember seeing Sweet Home ever getting an anime. Honestly, most of the animes that seem to talk or have shut-ins at least don't use it inappropriately. They do address the issues. I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I think it's honestly an alright trope. I could probably deal with less, but again, culture reflects reality a little bit in this sense. Something's going on over there, and something's going on over there that we just can't help, you know. Or maybe, I don't know, we can't help directly in those cases. I don't see it that often, though. Most of the ones, at least, that I know of, at least deal with the problem, or at least address the I don't know problem, but the trope itself. So it's not like they're doing it unhealthily. All right. I don't know what else to do, except maybe What do I do in this case now? Do I talk to myself? Do I say this is over? Do we end it on that? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Is there any more tropes that I don't like? I don't like the or maybe I do like. Do I like? Do I don't like? Which one do I like or don't like? Let's see. You know what? The parents that immediately go for the whole jumping to conclusions with their son or daughter bringing in the opposite sex, or the I'm not entirely sure in this case. Maybe the same sex, and they're like, "Oh, a friend has come over," or "Your boyfriend, girlfriend. Oh my goodness, please take care of them. Please, our son or daughter is in your care," type of thing. You know what? Like, I see the future. You know, thumbs up all the time. Like, "Oh, excuse me. I think I'm interrupting something," type of thing. Walk away. Oops. Those are pretty funny. Give me more of those. Oh, Jamal Murray tore his ACL. Ooh. F for respect and prayers, man. Hope he comes back. All right.
I would like to apologize to the 10 viewers who were watching this. Maybe the 5.
3.
Sorry about that.
2. It's just your mom, man.
No, my cousins are gone for a couple days.
No, I mean, it's just your mom that listens to this.
Maybe, but yeah, no, my cousins are gone for a couple days, so I'm alone in the house for well, they don't know.
Don't burn it down.
I know, so it's weird.
Okay, well, I just talked a little bit about,
It feels weird that I was the one abandoning you for a bit. Usually you're abandoning me.
Sure. I like the parents one.
About?
Oh, sorry. Well, first off, I said, I looked up some animes and mangas that had hikikomoris in them. Yeah. There was a bunny girl one, the sister. He was a hikikomori.
Bunny? What?
The bunny girl senpai or whatever.
Oh yeah! No, fuck! How could I forget about that one?
But that was dealt with pretty well too.
Yeah,
actually.
no, I'm really remembering. I remember that one was dealt really nicely. Hell, Bunny Girl and his whole thing is just great.
So I don't know if I could really say that there was anything. The thing about the shut-in trope is that it always seems to be addressed.
Oh, my door just rang. Be right back.
Oh, bye. Or dealt with, and it's like, okay, and I'm just repeating this really, but it was mostly for Marcel in this case. But it's all good. It's all good. I'm just here. I'm just here, and I'm just here. It's all good. Let's do some ASMR. Pop and lock and drop. That booty. I'm actually very hungry. What am I going to eat for dinner? What should I make or get or cry or no, not cry. No, we're already crying. Cool. Oh boy. Smooth jazz. Whew. It's a calm day. It's a calm day.
Can I just sit here and talk about tropes with my best friend?
Hello.
Sorry, door was knocked again.
No problem.
All right, so Bunny Girl. Yeah, no, you really... I think Arrow Manga Sensei is the only show where I generally did not like how the trope was handled. That was less to do about the trope itself.
And more about the story?
Yeah.
Okay. There was also Welcome to the NHK, but I don't know if you've watched that. Honestly, I didn't finish that.
No, I doubt I have.
I didn't finish that. There's also the pet girl Sakura, so remember that was that computer programmer?
Yeah, but the computer programmer, actually. Yeah, but that one really, it's weird.
They had like an irrational fear of women, so that's why they were hikikomori.
Yeah, it was weird. I never felt like that was bad, but I also never felt like it really mattered too much.
Really?
I mean, it was more meant for comedy, especially when the big-titted British anime waifu showed up.
Anyways, there was also Matsu from Sekire, the girl with the glasses.
Matsu
Sekire. Sekirei. You know, the one where you make bonds with the girls or the dudes.
Stupid one.
And then they have masters and they have powers and stuff like that. And they're all genetically engineered. And they're all different types and things like that. You get more powers and like you kiss them and stuff like that.
I know. It's just one of the stupidest shows ever made.
I don't know if they really dealt with that one very well. That one, I think the hikikomori was. I
mean,
Futaba from Persona 5 technically was a hikikomori.
Yeah, and that one was dealt really well.
But that was a video game, so I'm not really sure if I should say that.
I mean, it did become an anime.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, honestly, hikikomoris are. I don't think I'd want to say I like them because these are people with having problems and stuff like that. It's not usually. And okay, I'll put it this way. I like the trope if the series or whatever the anime deals with it, either not only they just don't deal with it vicariously.
So like, would you say it's in the category of the overpowered character? If the anime handles it well, then the trope is fine.
Yes, I'd say that. This is a very situational one, basically.
Yep.
So I can't say I hate it, and I can't say I like it because there honestly are some weird times with the hikikomori, especially with like Sekire and stuff like that. It's like it doesn't seem to move some stuff, but at the same time, and then you hear the mention of it, but then it's like it never's picked up because they get reincarnated into another world. It's you only see them that one time and then they all die or something. I don't know. Or something like life-changing happens and they have to stop being a hikikomori kind of thing. It's I don't know.
I can see it. Let's move on to another couple tropes before we end the episode. Sorry for disappearing again.
I talked about parents. I was like, I don't like. I don't know if I don't like the whole parents aren't there type of thing. So I did the opposite. I was like, I like the parents that are there, but they're also like, they're always over the top. I'm
gonna be honest here. My favorite trope when it comes from parents is the overprotective father. I love it. It gets me so much all the time.
The ones that are always jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, the one it doesn't have to just be jumping to conclusions. It's the ones that are just like, you were dating my daughter? Maybe I should meet you with a chainsaw.
Oh, well, a overprotective dad. Yeah, sure. The
overprotective dad is great. I actually just reviewed Nogisaka, the anime about the girl who's like this rich girl, but she's an otaku. And her father is the funniest fucking thing in existence. He's pretty much this Yakuza-looking motherfucker, right? But he's actually just the biggest, like, I need to protect my children are my best thing.
Yeah.
And it's just the best. I also love from Kanad, Nagisa's father.
Oh, yeah. Okay,
like,
yeah.
he's just, I love how much of just, like, he's just, like, I am a giant troll, but he's also, like, incredibly intelligent.
Yeah, I like the parents that are easily able to not poke fun at the children themselves, but, like, they're always like, oh, you brought over a friend? I leave my son or daughter in your care, type of thing.
Here's the interesting part about Akio, though, right?
I like the Ara-Aras, too.
The Ara-Aras are great. But here's the interesting thing about Akio. There's a theory going around that's always been a theory of Kanad that it's suggested that he may have held a second career as a hitman.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah, in the visual novel, it's suggested that the second career Akio has is a hitman because in one of the variations of the gym storage scene, he can be seen with a gun following around. And it's like, oh, he's away from the bakery all the time. I wonder what he's doing.
No. Okay. One trope I'm definitely done with because I feel like this has even warped my, like, taste now in life, in women. Make your older women older. Stop making them lollies. Stop making them like high schoolers.
Oh, You're tired pretty much of, oh, this looks like she's young, but in reality she's 50.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that being annoying. I do like the comic relief from it. From sometimes, like, I've always enjoyed the comedic hit, but man, it does get overused rather quickly. I will give you that.
You look like you're 12 years old. I'm actually 500. What the fuck? You look like a newborn baby. Oh no, I'm a million years old. I'm a primordial god. Oh. Okay. You look like you're 50 years old. I'm actually 5.
Yeah, that reminds me of, like,
I don't know if I like the reverse one, but the other way around is maybe not the problem, but still. Like, I've come to the point where I'm like, in reality, I'm looking around like, do I say anything? Do I do anything in this case? Because they look very young. And then I'm like, oh, no, okay, I'll just be quiet now because I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Am I a bad person? Am I a bad person now thinking that everyone that looks young is, like, actually 50 or 20 or 30 or 40? I don't know. I'm done. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, let's end this on 2 tropes. 1, do you like the anime training montage?
Meh.
What about sexy teachers?
Oh. I see a lot of teachers that aren't sexy, so I don't mind that. You know, every once in a while.
I don't think I've seen an anime with a fucking hideous teacher that isn't a guy.
Really? Dude, oh, women-wise. No, I think I've seen a couple. I just, I don't see a lot of sexy teachers in general, so it's all right. It's all right. It can happen. It's just not something I'd prefer over everything else, but it can happen. It's fine.
All right. Well, I think that's enough of trope talk, to be honest.
Traps.
Oh, traps? Yay.
Yeah?
I think traps are good.
I think they're good too. But I like a little bit more, how should I say? If you're going to have traps, maybe be a little bit more open with the cross-dressing at that point for people that aren't considered traps. There you go. That's my push on that. Or you know what? Just have more transgendered, characters. All
right, who's the best trap?
What? Oh, geez, I don't remember his name now. The guy who won in the last Fate/Night, whatever. Not Fate/Night, but the Fate series. Oh gosh, I forget his name. He was a Lancer or something, or.
Oh, Astfollow.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Astfollow's great.
And it's so, like, the fact that his master died and he's just gonna keep doing what he's doing. It's bringing a tear to my eye.
Yeah. Another trap that I like is the trap from My Teen Romantic Comedy Snafu.
Which one's that one?
That is what's his name? I'll get his name in a second. That is
Felix from ReZero.
Saika.
Oh, not Felix from ReZero. The guy from ReZero.
Yeah, that is Felix.
It is Felix.
I believe that is Felix. Let me check. It starts with an F.
Is it Felix?
Ferris.
R.I.P.
His real name is Felix, but he likes to be called Ferris.
Lol.
But yeah, no, that's it for Trope Talk. It was a decent one. I think we could have done it a little bit better, but we got an idea of like what tropes we think are good, what tropes we think are bad, what tropes we think are overly hated. Next week, though, we are going to debut a new segment. I'm going to say right here so Chewie remembers. We're going to be doing a studio spotlight.
I'm doing that next one? Oh, okay.
Yeah, and that studio we're going to be talking about is PA Works.
I thought we were going to talk about, I don't know, boinking or something. I don't know.
Look, I'd love to talk about, like, Bunny Works or...
Eggs. We're going to talk about eggs. Let's talk about eggs. I'm going to talk about eggs. I like eggs.
We'll see you guys next time, guys.
I like scrambled eggs.
Bye.
This picture of dogs in space was hard to find.